What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Sports-REUBEN-LIFE. I'm going to jump right into this, right? This has been confirmed that the 29-7, which is preposterous, the 29-7 Los Angeles Lakers, they're riding a 5-game winning streak. They lost 4 games. Everybody's like, we got to trade all these people. Da, 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 da. They're talking about trading Kyle Kuzma, that they're open to this trade of getting rid of Kyle Kuzma. For who, right? Kyle Kuzma has been having issues. Whatever's going on in Kyle Kuzma is the issue is that he's not producing. He's not being consistent. Okay. I'm going to cover him until something happens where this guy needs to break out. I don't know if he's not been able to deal with, I'm trying to look for the scores here, and I want to talk about the last 2 games he had, right? So the Lakers had, now this last game, they beat the Detroit Pistons, who are 13-24. They're not very impressive, but Kyle Kuzma, what did he do in this game, right? How many minutes did he play, right? He didn't play that many minutes, right? They gave him a solid 21 minutes, 2 for 8 shooting, 0 for 3 3-pointers, 0 for 1 in free throws. He had 2 turnovers, which he doesn't turn over the ball much. But here's the thing with him, right? He had 4 points, right? He's throwing up these goose egg games where he's not producing. Like Kyle Kuzma, he needs to get into desperation mode, right? When he gets the ball, he needs to get like so Kobe. He needs to get the MAMBA mentality. I'm going to shoot this ball. I'm going to do whatever it takes. If you give me this ball, I'm going to go buck wild with this ball. Kyle Kuzma can't be timid, right? You got Anthony Davis scoring a ton of points. You got LeBron James. They're going to be in there 36, 37 minutes a game, right? You got McGee. You got Green. You got Dwight Howard. You got all these guys playing Caruso. I don't even know where this guy came from, but he's tremendous, right? The energy. You got to have Kuzma go hang out with Caruso for a couple days and get that energy. Kuzma, you need to come in there on fire. I know you might be hurt. You might not be 100%. That might be true. But there are days that Davis doesn't shoot well and James is getting old and getting tired. Kuzma, this game, you keep getting chances. You had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no steals. You had 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul. You only have 4 points. You need to do more, right? Whatever you're doing, do more. Kuzma, you're on the hot seat. They're talking about trading you because you got to come up with the fire. You got to look at the way James and Davis are setting the stage for you, okay? We need a third superstar. Rondo is having whatever he had 2 turnovers. He only had 2 points. It's like both you guys were on Flatsville where you guys couldn't get out of your own way, okay? And that was this game, right? So let's recap the last game they had, right? What was the last game they had? They played where he had like 0 points, right? It was very disappointing, right? What game was that? Was it Saturday's game? Anyways, the Saturday game, because I haven't covered the Saturday game, but that was very disappointing. I was hoping that he would bounce back and that storyline would be a lot better, right? I was hoping that, here you go, against the New Orleans Pelicans, right? When they played them, I think this was at Staples Center too. So he was 4 for 10 with 10 points, 4 for 10. 40%, not bad. 2 for 4 3-pointing. He played only 19 minutes. When you only play 19 minutes, that's not enough, dude. You got to put up 10 shots. Okay, I like this putting up 10 shot thing. He only had 1 turnover. He only had 2 rebounds. What is he doing? He had a block. He has an assist. He needs to get in there and play more, right? The Lakers should not trade him, but he's not making the case for them to keep him. Okay, these last 2 games, he needs to do at least 15 or 20% more. I want to see him get 12 points every game, 12 to 17 points every single game. I need that from him. Kuzma, you got to get on fire. You got to get lit up. We need a third superstar. We're winning a lot of games. We're 29-7, which is a very good record. Don't get me wrong. We're on pace for 65, maybe 70 wins if we keep on going the way we're going. If Kuzma wakes up and gets on fire, we're going to be unbeatable. The Clippers will not stand a chance because the Clippers have no chemistry. I don't want them to trade Kuzma because he still does fit into the system and he's a young, budding superstar. And James doesn't have 2 or 3 more years in him, right? He's just getting older. He's not that he's an old person. He has too many miles on his legs. You're starting to see him slow down a little bit, right? He does get fatigued a little bit. So Again, I would like James to have less minutes, but he can't go in for less minutes unless Kuzma is really jumping on fire, getting on fire and doing his thing. We need to see that fire in him. We need to see him spring to action. The next game, okay, so right now this is Monday. The next game they're going to play is going to be against the Knicks, right? And we're going to play at Staples Center, right? So they should have a good game. The Knicks are 10-26. Kuzma, you got to be on fire. James, you only need to play 30 minutes in this game. So Anthony Davis needs to only be in the 30 minutes this game too. Okay? Kuzma, this is your game. All these games, this is a good opportunity here for them to leave you in for 30, 35 minutes. I want to see you do that. You got to step up. Okay? We know who you are. You're good enough. You've showed it, right? You need to be able to do it on a consistent basis. A 10-26 record team you're playing against, a championship level caliber team, has the ability to put somebody in like a Kyle Kuzma if he's playing good, right? Because everybody talks about he's on the trade block, right? He's on the trade block because they know he's good. He's not. He's unrealized potential right now. Okay, and they're saying that if maybe he moves somewhere else, then he'll he could be an asset. How about they trade him for Lonzo Ball out in the Lakers? I would like to see that. I think that would be an amazing thing. Trade Kuzma for Lonzo Ball. Could that happen? I don't think the Pelicans will release him because when Zion Williamson come back, it's over. I think they're going to start winning a bunch of games because they have something good going on in New Orleans, right? That trade was beneficial to both the Lakers and him. But I think that Kyle Kuzma has the ability to be better than what he is right now. Maybe his injury's more substantial than what people are saying, but I think it's possible that he just needs to step up, get into the Mamba mentality, and jump on fire. Every time he goes in there, he needs to make LeBron James want to sit down and rest. LeBron James is asking him, or LeBron James has it out there for him. Show me what you could do, big fella, and I'll play less, and you could play more. That's why LeBron James the other day had 13 assists. He was telling Kuzma, look it, man, if you're healthy, get in the mood. Get in the role. Your role is to be a strong third wheel in this whole championship run that we're going to be having, because this is a championship run this year, right? Who's irrelevant? Everybody's irrelevant. The Lakers are only going to be beaten by themselves. Let's just call it what it is. The Lakers are only going to be defeated if they can't find a solid number 3 guy that's going to come and give him 15 points a game. Rondo's old. LeBron James is old. Other players in there are old. Kyle Kuzma, here's your chance to go get a giant check. When LeBron James leaves, they're going to pay somebody big money, right? That's just the way it's going to happen. There's a huge void to fill. LeBron James doesn't have 5 years in him. He's not playing 5 more years. And if he plays after this contract, because I think he has 1 more year and an option, Kuzma is in the position to get the next big deal. He's got to be able to produce, because if they win a ring this year, which for all intents and purposes they could, because again, they're only going to beat themselves. The Clippers, let's be realistic about it. They're not going to get beat by the Clippers, right? In a 5-game series, that's not going to happen. There's no team chemistry there, and they're not consistent. That's why they have 12 losses already, right? They're going to maybe win 50 games this year. Facts, right? Houston, can James Harden score 40 points a game? At the end of the year, he's going to fizzle out. Which means you really don't have no competition on the Western Conference. You have Giannis and company, the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, let's get to that game and we'll see what happens. Okay, that's why they got Dwight Howard, Kirk Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. He's coming back. He's going to be a help. It's going to take him. He might come in with 10 games left in the season, but he could still come back and contribute a little bit. We need 5% from him. That's all we need. 5% contribution, and you're good to go. Anyways. Kyle Kuzma, step up. They're going to play the Knicks tomorrow at Staples Center. You got to do better. Let's go. Show us what you got, brother. Show us what you got. We need this. Get it in gear. Don't get traded. I don't want to see you leaving. Bye.